I want to read this. We've got great patriarchs of faith in the Bible. Abel, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Sarah. And Hebrews 11 is one of my favorite chapters in the whole Bible. I've read it like 1,000 times this last year. In Hebrews 11:13b, it says this: they saw beyond the horizon the fulfillment of their promises and gladly embraced them from afar. They all live their lives on earth as those who belong to another realm. When you live your life on this earth as though you belong to another realm, the things that normally would matter to you don't matter, and the little things matter. All of these people lived that way. They took great big risk, and they had great big faith. It says in the footnotes, they lived as strangers and nomads on the earth. Their heart was in heaven. Then it says in verse 15b, their hearts were fixed on what was far greater, that is the heavenly realm. And so because of this, I love this, God is not ashamed in any way to be called their God, for he has prepared a heavenly city for them. I love that. Because in the end, that's what matters, you know? That's really what matters. Comparison will kill us. I've shared this before, but I want to share it again and kind of go a little deeper. One of my daughters was playing basketball. This was a couple years ago. And, you know, if you're watching like 9-year-olds play basketball or 10-year-olds play basketball, the whole game you're waiting for that one shot or that one block. You know, it's not like the NBA. You're waiting for that. They're just starting out. They're trying to figure it out. They're just getting things figured out. I remember this one moment where my daughter made either a shot or a block or something great, stole the ball. And in that moment, it's like she was so excited. The game's still going on. She didn't care. She turned around and like a crowd this size of people. And I remember she didn't know where I was sitting, and she's so excited. She's looking for my face in the crowd. She's looking for my face in the crowd. And she found my face in the crowd. And what did she find when she found my face in the crowd? She found acceptance. She found approval. She found loud words. She found a smile. She found thumbs up. And it's just like that with God. But the problem is, in our society, is there's so many faces that finding God's face and gluing into his face and staying on his face feels next to impossible. And for most of us, a lot of us are looking at all the different faces. And you know what it's like when someone else's kid scores a basket? You're on your phone. You don't care, right? You don't care. Really, let's be real. You know. And what would have happened if my daughter would have not found my face and then found someone else's face that was disengaged, that didn't care, that didn't show her approval, and she based her entire existence upon that face. And it's like that in life. We have got to learn to literally pass over, respectfully pass over all the different faces in the crowd. We have got to learn to zone into his face and get our approval from God. Our connection with him fixes insecurity. It does. If you're insecure and you have stuff like that in your life, get with God and hang on. Don't come out. Just be like, all Saturday, I'm just going to spend time with God. Like, dig deep. Go after God, because our connection with him it annihilates insecurity and fear. It does. I love the hymn, turn your eyes on Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face. And the things of this earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. Turn our eyes on Jesus. When we are face to face with God, which by the way in the Bible, there is no word of, the presence doesn't exist. It's actually face to face. We need to get face to face with God. When we are face to face with God, we will find our lane in life. That thing you were made for, that spark that you were made for, that special thing you have that God gave you that sets you apart, that lets you know why you are alive, that makes you come alive. Everyone has a point of genius in this room right now. Some of you probably don't know that, don't think you do. Everyone has a point of genius in this room.